There we go.
All right. We are starting. Hello, everyone. This is Melissa Shaw, our generation with Melissa Shaw. Clearly, y'all, I'm still trying to get it together. Right. Like, has it been a month? I don't even think it's been a month yet. So I appreciate y'all on this journey with me because now I have a clicker. You see, I didn't have to get up and turn it on. So each week is getting a
Yay.
little bit better, more focused. So this is Melissa Shaw with our generation, and I want to shout out some people. I definitely have to shout out Farm Free Life for
Oh,
two reasons. One, for this
let me get
dope
my
ass
tea.
drink that is, I get balanced. This one is buttered, so I'm gonna be
Hmm.
really relaxed tonight. And then shout out to Nicole for allowing me this space to come and have my show. I absolutely love it here. Everyone that comes absolutely loves it. So shout out to you. And then last week, if y'all didn't watch my show from last week, you have to watch it. New Vibe CBD Dispensary down off Ohio Street. They have a dab bar now, and I tried it. And yeah, my friend said I was talking really slow afterwards, which he will remain nameless. But yeah, so shout out to them. Definitely check out their dab bar. They are dope as hell. They have an amazing vibe, and it's
Hmm.
just great down there. And then shout out to Blue Ribbon Office Solutions. I've actually on their board, and they're going to be doing some community baby showers. So it's where the community gets together and supports mothers, single mothers, and children that may not have that village around them
Hmm.
to be able to have those things. And you think of having a baby shower is so important.
Hmm.
It makes you feel special, and it's just part of the culture.
Right.
But a lot of times they won't have that because they may not have people around them that could even provide that for them.
Hmm.
So I'm excited to be able to be part of that. So that's going to be August the 25th.
That's
So yeah, we're and then P30. I just got a community partnership with them. They are a dope ass place. I went up there today and started working, and it's
ain't it the
nice.
vibe?
Yes, it is so nice. So definitely make sure y'all check them out. And sponsorships are available on my show. So let me be able to shout you out and give your business the spotlight. I would love to talk about your business and what you're offering. So hit me up and we can talk about what that looks like. So I want to start off with a little story. So my daughter started work today, and it's so cute. So she's had other little jobs, but she has like a big girl job. She graduated high school, and she's wanting to get into real estate, and so she's going
Mm.
to want to take to be a home inspector to kind of get her foot in the door. And Purple Ribbon Solutions, I was telling her that my daughter had an interview somewhere else, and she was like, "Well, why don't she come work here?" I don't know. So they talked, and so she started today. And so when I
That's
dropped her
sweet.
off, she was like, "Are you coming in with me?" I said, "Girl, you didn't ask me to come in when you worked at Cordoba. Why would I come in now?" She was like, "I don't know. It's so different. I'm nervous." I'm like, "Girl, you are made for this.
Oh.
You are your mama's child, so
Okay.
you are be just fine." And so she enjoyed it, and it was so cute though to see her. And she's such a baby still. Like I'm like, oh my god, like you, like I feel like sometimes we think, even though they do think that when they're 18 that they're grown, I think
Hmm.
sometimes we think that too, and they're not.
Mm-mm.
They still don't know how to do a ton of stuff.
Yeah.
And I have to remind myself to not compare her to me.
Hmm.
Because when I grew up, very strict home, I wanted to be out. And so because of that, I grew up a little too fast.
Mm.
She didn't have to do that. She loved being at home. She's spoiled. She's my only child, so she was spoiled. And she doesn't want to leave. I'm like, girl, when I was 3 months after I graduated high school, I moved out. I was on my own. I had two jobs. Like I've never been back home. Like it's just been go 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 ever since.
Hmm.
And so I sometimes expect her to be that way. And us as parents, we need to realize that our children are different
Hmm.
because they even grew up in a different environment. We the way we grew up, we always say, I don't want them to grow up that way. And so we do change things, but then we expect them to act the way we act. But they aren't in the same environment that we grew up in to act that way. So it's just really made me think a lot about, just kind of letting her find her way and just I'm not her mom now. I'm her coach. I'm her mentor, switching that and just and sometimes she'll talk to me that way, and like she'll get real relaxed, and she'll cuss and say stuff. Like one time it was so funny. we did something, and she was like, "Bitch," and I was like, "Whoa!" Like what? She was like, "You my friend, right?" So it caught her, both of us off guard, but it just showed that she had that comfort level.
Yeah.
And so, growing up, you say that that's disrespectful, but girlfriend, like people now be like, "Oh yeah, you might be," like in a friendly manner.
Yeah.
And so that's what I had to catch myself, because like I didn't want to scold her because she was being open.
Right.
But it was just funny how she was like, "Oh, I don't believe I just said that." So yeah. So we are here with my beautiful sister Skye. When I met you for the first time was here, I fell in love with you. Like you are absolutely your spirit and your soul. You bring such a peace wherever you go. And then you introduced me to the sound baths, and I fell in love with that. That's the most.
How did you even find out? Oh, I think I bought it here.
No,
I had some flyers here, didn't I?
I think you did, and I asked you, and you told me about it. And I was at a place in my life where I needed something different, and I was just on my own spiritual journey. And I was like, you know what? I was open, and I went, and you was doing it outside, so I went to the park. And yeah, it's like definitely when I couldn't do it, I was not happy. I would have wanted you to bring them to me.
Because I could have made that happen.
But it's so you really can't explain it. You have to experience it. I tell people that's the only time where my mind is actually quiet. And I'm sure it's probably because of the high frequency.
Yeah.
So before I go into that, just tell my listeners about Skye. And are you from here? And just kind of a little bit of background.
So I am from here. I grew up on the east side of Indianapolis. I went to Tech High School.
Girl, shut your mouth. I didn't know that. That's why we're sisters. That? I went to Tech too.
I graduated in 2009.
Oh, I graduated in 96. You're such a baby.
I know.
That's okay, though.
It feels like it was so long ago, but yes, I am a baby, yeah. So I graduated from there. After high school, I don't know. I was kind of a rebel.
I couldn't even imagine that.
Yeah, but you know what? I was a sweet rebel.
Okay.
So, like, I did what I wanted to, but I was really, like, I wasn't too
right.
But once I graduated high school, I went into Brown Mackie College for healthcare administration.
Okay.
I was trying to find myself. I was only 18. Didn't even know what I wanted to do. So I wanted to be a physical therapist, actually.
Okay.
When I was 12 or 13, I wanted to be a physical therapist, and I looked up the schooling for it. And I got discouraged, and I was like, yeah, I ain't going to do it.
What made you get discouraged?
It's a lot. And I didn't have the support, honestly, or the motivation.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I'm going to just be a regular person.
And look at you now.
Yeah. So once I got into yoga, I was like, dang, this is basically like the same thing. So I don't know what that's about.
Yeah.
But I started my journey 2015. So I was 20. Actually, Bunny was the first one that introduced me.
Okay.
So shout out to Bunny. She introduced me to yoga 2015, and she was like a little more advanced. And I did that first video, and she was getting it, so I'm trying to keep up. And the next day, or the next 2 days, I was so sore, like so sore. And I said, I'm not doing that ever again in my life.
I'm not doing it ever again in my life.
Again, I'm never doing it because I was using muscles I've never used before. Now, at that time, I was like working out, doing a little bit of cardio, like sit-ups and stuff, but it was nothing like that.
Oh no, yoga definitely, and Pilates. I love Pilates.
I haven't even done Pilates yet.
And it is definitely a workout because, like you said, it targets muscles that you don't normally work.
Yeah, and I'm like, what is this hurting in my leg?
No, for real.
But I got back into it 2016, I think. I can't remember what happened. I think something happened in my life, and I was like, maybe I need to. It was more of a mental thing, honestly. So I started doing challenges on Instagram. And then people were asking me to teach them. And I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm probably doing this shit wrong.
Right.
I can't guide you, but we can learn together.
I love that.
Yeah, that's what I would always say. So eventually I went to yoga teacher training. First, let me go back. My first time at a studio was with Precious. Shout out to Precious.
Yes, I went to school with her. Me and her graduated together.
She went to Tech too?
Yes, ma'am. Oh my God. I know.
It's Titans everywhere.
I know.
But she was my first melanated yoga instructor.
I love that melanated.
Yeah, because I wanted to go to the studio, and I was like nervous because I've only done it at home, and I was like, real life, like all I'm going to see is white people. And the first time I went to the hot room, it was my first studio, and all I seen was white people. And then I was like, I went because Precious was the instructor, and I was like, all right.
Okay, so let me ask you. So what made you nervous about going because of the white people? Like what?
Being looked at. First of all, I'm black as hell.
You're gorgeous as
Thank
hell.
you. Thank you. I appreciate it. I know I'm gorgeous, but like I'm melanated.
Yes.
And sometimes when I go to the outskirts, people, if with locks, I don't know what it is or what, but I'll give like a friendly smile, and they'll really look at me like, "What you doing out here?"
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I still get that too. So I'm like at a yoga studio. You know the what's the word? The culture, I guess, of yoga was like prissy white girls, and
I was gonna say, is that like kind of have you? So the research, but where did yoga come from? It came from ancient, like didn't it?
Yeah,
like
I don't even understand.
Not it ain't white people.
No, I don't even understand how it switched up like that.
Like you said though, maybe because of the prissy or the rich ones, because it can be expensive, and they was the only ones that felt they could afford it.
Yeah,
and did it. Like,
I don't know.
Them Beverly Hills girls. We're not doing that over this way.
Yeah.
Sorry, but go ahead.
And then somehow I guess my people just got led astray. I don't know.
Yeah, but it's a movement now.
Oh, it's definitely a movement now,
and I love it.
Yeah.
So you went. Precious did the
And
Man,
I
that
almost
hot
died.
room, girl.
Literally.
I was just about to say, oh, I had to step outside to breathe.
Yeah.
Because it was so damn hot in there.
So I found out you have to drink water and hydrate.
Yes. Yes.
They put that, it's on the website. You have
Yes.
to drink water, make sure you hydrate it. I guess I didn't listen.
Man.
I don't know, but she came out and saved me, so she's been in my heart.
Right. Yes.
And then after that, I got certified. 2018 was when I got certified. And then I've just been out here since then. I've taken a couple breaks. I've had a couple of trials and tribulations, I guess. I don't know if we got time for me to speak
I was
on
gonna
all
say,
of them.
yeah. Can you think of one that maybe?
So 2018, I graduated February, and I had one of my old friends. She was a trainer, amazing trainer. Like she really transformed my whole body.
Wow.
So me and her linked up and got a space on Keystone, and we were only there for 6 months. I don't think we were ready. I was thinking back now, like I was not ready to do all that. But
what things did you guys run into?
Oh my God, like the space that we had, they weren't as great. So it was issues with them as far as like upkeep. Then as far as like doing business with people who aren't really ready or don't even know or we didn't even have, I didn't have many resources because I just graduated. I don't even know what I'm doing, honestly.
Right.
So it was really just business.
Yeah.
That we didn't know what the fuck we was doing.
Right. Yeah, and that happens a lot.
Experience.
Yeah.
Very great experience. But I stopped after that, and I was in school for substance abuse, and I was working full time. So I was like, well, maybe I need to chill out and just focus on this. And then I did that for a while, and God was like, "Yep, I think you need to be a yoga instructor." And I was like, "Okay, well, what am I supposed to do?"
Right.
So I went to like gyms and I've been a lot of places. I've been everywhere. Yeah. Just out here. So like once I started Sambo, I had postpartum depression. And it was very bad. I was in hiding for like a year.
Wow.
And then I kept getting messages that people need to see you, people need to hear you. And I was like, I ain't ready for nobody to see me. I don't want nobody to hear me. I don't know why you keep telling me to do this. I don't want to do it.
Right.
But I randomly made a post on Facebook one day, and I was like, hey, y'all, let's go outside and play some bowls and like, you know, make some music. And that's how it happened, literally.
And you probably had a flood of people.
I was not expecting it because, mind you, I haven't been outside. I haven't been instructing or anything.
Wow.
So I was like, I'm expecting at least me and like maybe 3 people, cause
You bring them out.
I
Bring everyone to the yard. I'm about to say you bring the boys to the yard. You bring everyone to the yard.
I'm so grateful for it too, because I've had classes in parks. Like all I do is go outside and do yoga. So the past like 5 years, it's never been nothing like it.
Mm-hmm.
And I had finally been okay with just 2 people showing up. Because if
Mm-hmm.
I have energy for 2 people, then that's just what it's gonna be.
Yeah.
So I guess once you relax, it
And I love
comes.
that. And I want to make a point of that. So sometimes in business, we expect so much and we
Mhm.
don't appreciate just even if you have 2 people, like
Yes.
service them as if you have 50 people.
And once you do that, it literally unlocks something, and
Mm-hmm.
then it's just like abundance of all these people needing you, and you're like,
Yes.
well, where was y'all at? But you wasn't ready for them either.
That part. I tell people, and I learned that about myself. I think on a daily basis that I want certain things, but am I the person? Am I ready for it? Like, if the floodgates were to open up right
Mhm.
now, am I mentally and physically ready, spiritually ready for that? Because if not, I will fuck it up.
Yep.
And I don't want to do that.
Mhm.
So sometimes we think it's us being denied something, but it's not that. It's because we
Mhm.
still have preparation that we need to do.
Yeah.
And that's the hardest thing.
Yeah.
Hmm.
That's been my whole journey.
Hmm. Yeah,
Mhm.
absolutely. And it's still keeping with it.
Yeah. The Well,
So
I
how?
tried to stop.
Okay.
Like three solid times I tried to stop because it wasn't going my way.
Mm-hmm.
So every time I tried to stop, within like 24 hours, somebody will reach out, or somebody will be like, um, tag me like in a post. I'm looking for a yoga instructor, and I'd be like, and then me and God have conversations, and I'd be like, why did you do that? And I just said
Right.
I was done.
Right.
The
Exactly.
last time I did it, I was pregnant. I had just found out, and I was sick, like
Mm,
very, very sick. And I was like, I'm done. I can't be doing that. I can't guide nobody while I'm sick.
right.
And this lady out of nowhere. Now I had a scheduling app, but I didn't use it because I wasn't promoting it like that.
Mm-hmm.
Girl, I must have got a consultation. I'm in the bed throwing up. I think I just got done throwing up. Somebody scheduled a consultation. I said, why?
Right.
I forgot to close my book down because I'm thinking
Mm,
nobody's paying attention to me.
mm,
No one's going to reach out to me right now. And we're still cool to this day. Thank God.
wow.
But she rode with me through my pregnancy, and I
I
was
love
guiding
it.
her. And yes, so that's my God, I guess, telling me like, girl, just relax, take a little break or something.
Yeah. So, what's your favorite thing to do? Sound baths or yoga?
Oh my God, honestly, I enjoy teaching Y12SR
Okay, yeah.
more
Tell us a
than
little bit about
anything.
that. I don't know. Hopefully, that in the background is not
I know because it
too
catches
loud.
everything. Huh?
Yeah,
Oh, they got the phone.
the
Yeah,
mics usually pick it up pretty good, pick us up pretty good. So hopefully,
yeah.
it
I
is.
hope they can hear me.
If not, hey, you know what? We're gonna keep it moving.
Yeah, it'll be all right.
So we're gonna pause for a moment, just in case y'all not hearing this, so we can make sure you hear this next part.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this is a dope place. I'm so glad I'm here and I met
We should
you.
take a tea break.
Yeah, we can take a tea break. And my drink is dope as hell, by the way. She did so
Miss
good.
Latoya makes the best teas
Mm.
ever. I hope this is catching all this I'm saying
Yeah, so
because
good, so good.
she makes the best teas.
Yes.
I don't even understand what she do.
It's the perfect combination. It's that agave, I think.
Is it?
It has to be. Yeah.
That makes sense.
So we are back. So we're okay. So yes, you just started doing
Yeah,
what's it called?
Y12SR, so yoga
Y
of 12-step
12.
recovery.
Okay. So please
Yep.
tell us about that.
So yoga of 12-step recovery is a program for people who have addictions to everything, not just substances. And it gives the yoga philosophy and the 12-step philosophy and put it together.
Okay.
And it's an hour of, I like to call it altar, but it's an hour of altar. And we have a discussion. Sometimes I try to pick a topic to speak on. Like we've done like self-care, self-love, faith, or I just throw out a word and y'all just tell me which I feel about it.
Mm.
So
Question: what's the difference between self care and self love?
that's a good question. I think it's the same. Are they cousins or
Are they
something?
cousins? But even think about self care is.
Or is there a difference?
I think there is slight a difference. I think self care is about acts, like taking
Mhm.
a bath, or like a bubble
Mhm.
bath, getting a massage. Self love is more of that internal work,
Ah,
more
I
of the
like that.
meditation, more of the really
Yeah.
peeling back the onion and the
Shadow
layers.
work a little bit.
Yes, that
Yeah.
shadow work is awful because
I ain't cried so much.
you uncover stuff like you're like, man, like, and healing is such a ongoing process,
Yeah.
because when you think you got it, then something else comes and you're like, damn it.
And then you triggered. And then you
Yes.
feel like you back at square one.
But you're not, and we
Mm-mm.
need to remind, we're not back at square one. We're where we're at that moment,
Yeah.
because it may trigger us, but when it triggered us, what did it do for us?
Mhm.
Did it trigger us as bad as it would have last time?
Right.
Do we see ourselves doing a little bit better with handling the trigger? We don't ever look at that part.
Yep, that's true.
Yep. So yeah.
Mhm.
So
Using our tools is what my word has been this week. Or my phrase. Using your tools.
yeah. And we all have them. We all have
Mhm.
put in some work, and it's this life is so distracting, and it's so easy to
Tell me about it.
just like, okay, yeah, I was having a conversation with my mentor yesterday. Like, yesterday was a day. I had probably one of the worst business meetings I've ever had, and I debated whether I was even going to talk about this. Um, he was very disrespectful,
Oh,
very
man.
on a level that I've never experienced.
Oh, wow.
And I was just like, it just shook my whole day. I was just like, wow, you really got me off my
Mhm.
square. Like, what? And then the other lady canceled, and so I was just like, okay, so I have goals every month that I try to hit, and I was counting on those two, for it to go the way I wanted it to go. As we
Uh-huh.
always say, I wanted it to go, and I continue to learn, focus on the activity and not the result. But that is so hard.
Mhm.
Like, I don't know, I haven't found my level of where I can say fuck the result and just bang out the activity. That's
Yeah.
all you need to do is schedule all these meetings, meet with all these people, and everything's gonna fall into play as needed.
Mhm.
It sounds great, but
You
I don't
gotta
know.
come
Is
up with some affirmations to say.
You're
I
right.
surrounded around that every day,
Oh, you're
literally.
right. I do.
Mhm.
Yeah. So I was venting to him because he's like my mentor coach in the business. And he was like talking about people on my team. And he was like, you keep talking about the same people. He was like, I'm going to need you to get you some new people. And I said, you know what? You are absolutely right. That was a little mean, but I'll accept it. He's always been straight with me and how he would say stuff. And
We be needing that.
right, but he was right. Like, sometimes we focus on, even in business, we focus on a certain core people that we're trying to whether sell to, pitch to, whatever it
Yeah.
is. And if they give us a glimmer of hope that they're going to do it, oh yeah, tomorrow, call me tomorrow, I'll sign up. And so you counting on that,
Yeah.
but life happens. And so is that your only person you ever going to talk to? No, you need to be talking to other people because they're maybe not be ready yet.
Mhm.
And you still over here worried about them being ready, you missing the other people that are
Yeah.
ready.
Or they might not even be for you.
That part.
They don't even deserve to be on your platform.
And that's so hard. But you are so right. Well, there I go. Just got another lesson. Thank you, Skye.
That's what I'm here for.
But that's okay. But it's just it's all a journey.
I
Everything.
know.
Everything is a journey.
Yes. And we gotta breathe through all this stuff.
Mhm. Yep. So the sound baths, how long you been doing those? When I tell
Uh
people sound bath, I told somebody one time a sound bath, they was like, no, it's not a real bath.
Right,
It'd be nice if it was.
I can only getting a bath with a bowl.
But so explain a little bit about what that, for my listeners that don't know what sound bath is. It's not a bath. You're being bathed
You're
in
being
high
bathed
frequency.
in high frequency.
That part.
Yes.
So
Or serenaded.
yeah. So explain the just the premise behind it, kind of what it's about, what it's
Well,
supposed to help
it's
with.
so ancient. It's also ancient, but they have certain instruments that you can use, like certain practitioners use to physically heal people. So, like if you have knee pain, there's a I don't know if it's a tuning fork or there's something that they like tap over your knee, and it can like, I don't know if it's like releasing a
Wow.
knot or something.
Interesting.
I hate to throw out numbers and I know what I'm talking about. I'm thinking of the love frequency is 528 hertz.
Okay.
Don't quote me. Do your research. But
And aren't they different chakras too?
yeah, they have chakra bowls. They have hey, they got chakra bowls. They have Tibetan bowls.
Oh, so they have other bowls besides chakra bowls?
Yeah. So my bowls are
Interesting. I
yin
didn't
and
know
yang.
that. Okay, I didn't
Yeah.
know that.
Um, there's another one that I'm thinking of. Tibetan bowl.
And those are the brass.
Yeah. Yeah. I really like those.
And Joshua, he has that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he
Yep,
has that
he
one.
does. Yep. There's another bowl I'm trying to think of. I can't think of right now. But there are like so many instruments, like the flute. And so, first of all, music is healing anyway.
And I love music. Literally, when I'm having
Yeah.
a bad day or when I'm just in a space, I always turn music on.
Yeah. So the frequencies, depending on um, how you approach it, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I like to tell people to just open up and let it do what it's gonna do. You're not gonna die.
Right.
Like you're gonna get a positive experience from this if you just relax a little bit.
Absolutely. I know when the first one I went to, Victoria's bowl was the loudest to me.
The throat chakra.
Yes, and I was like, okay, like out of all the bowls, like hers was just so intense.
So I think when you have bowls that do that is something that you need to work on. So when she's usually sitting in front of me with a throat chakra bowl, I do like this and just let it hit my throat. And then I do like some jaw exercises to kind of open it up. So I try to be intentional also through that.
I feel like that probably why is because a lot of people in my inner circle, I don't have very many in my inner circle, but they always talk about me speaking up and using my voice. And a lot of times I don't in certain situations that I need to. And so I feel like that could have been why that's something I still need to work on. Is just I tell people everybody to own your space, and there are spaces that I can own, but there are spaces that I should own that I don't.
Yeah, we all do that.
Yeah,
we all do that. We only human.
Yep.
But there's a heart chakra that's also very loud. Oh, well, it was loud for me, so I said, well, maybe I got something I need to work on. But you can see colors. Some people have seen like fluorescent colors while being serenaded. I honestly think it got me through seasonal depression because it's the first. So I started last spring.
Yeah.
And then we were here for the winter. Shout out to Miss Nicole.
Yes.
We was here for, and shout out to Melissa because she stayed with me throughout the whole time.
Yes.
Special shout out to Melissa. Because it was like 8 of us in here. You know, we'd be deep outside.
Right. Yeah. No, I'm like, wherever you go, I'm going.
I loved it. And I love you for that too, though. Yeah. But I liked it intimate here.
I did too, yeah.
But now we're back outside and it's a vibe outside because we have nature to keep us grounded.
And the wind always blows. Like
Doesn't
it's never like even Sunday when we did it, it was kind of hot outside, but it wasn't hot. It was like the wind plus I did a little microdosing.
I think we all did. I think we all did.
You know what? Hanging with y'all just will really get me out like. And then Ariel sent me a video later because I was like, okay, what is this? But I was fucking hungry. Every time. I can't do it.
That's so funny.
Like, I'm going to be like 100,000 pounds because I'm going to keep eating. It is the horrible stuff too, like a bag of potato chips. So it's so funny. So when I got home Sunday and I opened my daughter's door, it heard her little friends were in there. And she looked at me. She was like, what's wrong? Because I just literally just opened the door and stood there staring at her. And she was like, you look really refreshed. Oh, I was like, okay. And so I don't ever tell her or my nephew what I be doing because it ain't their business. But they always laugh at me though because they're like, oh, we knew you was on some shit because they know I drink this tea and they know that I've done the dab or whatever. And she smokes. Both of them smoke, and they she just wants me to smoke with her. And I'm like, yeah, I don't know, you look too, it's still 18. I told her she had to be 18 and I let her smoke in her bedroom. But I don't know if I'm ready for us to be just kicking back and smoking a blunt.
Yeah.
So she was like, I want to, I think for her, that's like a bond. She wants to bond with me over that. And
maybe y'all can get butter together. Oh, y'all done that, haven't you?
Yeah, we have. Yeah, I've gotten her a drink, but she loves her weed.
Smoking is a different vibe.
It is, yeah. But yeah, so we're gonna wrap up a little bit.
Time just flew by.
I know. So I had mentioned earlier before we got online that I have a surprise for you. And so I love what you do. I love what you do for the community. And so one of the things, I have a nonprofit now. And my nonprofit is centered around helping young entrepreneurs be able to live out their dream and help support that. So what I want to do with my nonprofit is I want to pay for the rest of the space for you to have it there. So you could take that off the table. That is going to be covered.
You going to make me cry on camera?
Because I want you
and then he going to put the camera. Let me catch these tears.
Right. Just like the damn news channel. Always want to catch somebody all teary-eyed. No,
Thank you so much.
Yes, absolutely. Because I love what you do, just the vibe, and people need to experience that because it has changed my life.
Thank you.
And so you are the first business that I am embarking on helping.
And so
I'm excited about that.
Honored. Thank you.
And when we talked, when you told me about this, that's why I asked you so many questions. When you said you wanted to do this and why I was so involved and say, okay, how much is this? Do you have the money?
Which time you talking about?
I'm just saying, even from the time that you said you wanted to bring him here and you wasn't sure if you could bring him here. And I was just trying to encourage you and say, no, you got this. Like, just keep pushing forward like it's already happening, because things are going to come in line to make sure that that's fulfilled.
Yes.
And I was working so that because when you told me you wanted to do it, I already knew I was going to support you. I just didn't know what that looked like.
Yeah.
And I had to just I wanted to be able to be utilized in a way that is going to be the most beneficial. And the space, you got to have the space.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, you're amazing. Thank you.
Yes, I love you. So, and I call her my little Tinkerbell.
Yes, I'm her Tinkerbell.
Yes. So.
Well, you have been with me literally since day one, literally.
Yep. I remember we had a conversation over there at my table. No.
Right.
Yeah,
you got two sections.
I do got 2 sections now, but that's okay. If I come in, I need to see a plaque right here. Miss Nicole, I need a plaque, and then I need one on that table. Now,
yeah, we're going to get you together.
Oh, you did. Sorry for the peanut gallery over there. She said, I already have one. No, but yeah. So thank you for being on my show. Much. I'm excited. So promote. Okay, so please tell us about Londrell and why he's important, why you wanted to bring him here.
So I'm going to make this quick. So we were out having tacos. Me, Ariel, Candice, and Victoria. Shout out to my girls. We were out having tacos. I don't know what we were talking about, but somebody brought up Londrell, and I was like, oh, that'd be dope if he came to a Sunday service. And they was like, oh, yeah, he needs to come. And I was like, I'm going to find him on Instagram. And they was like, no, Skye, I think you should. And I was like, I be acting big and bad, but I really be scared of him.
Girl, me too.
So I was like, in my head, like, damn, Skye, that's a bit much.
Say, why the fuck did I say that out loud?
I sat on it for a week, and I went to his Instagram. I couldn't find, they said, I don't even know how I got his email, but I got his email, and it took me a week because I was like, I need to come correct. I need to have my pictures together, my videos together. I need to let them know what we do and all this other stuff. So I had to write it out first. And then I had it in the email, and I was like, Skye, just send it.
Right. Just
what's the worst that can happen?
That part.
And he was on vacation, I think in December. He was on vacation until January the 9th, I think. So January 9th came. So I'm looking.
I remember you said, you was like, I ain't got no email back.
Look, I was on the phone with Paradise. Shout out to Paradise. We were talking about it. And they sent me an email, and I was like, oh, they just emailed me.
Yes.
So they gave me all the information, the pricing and everything like that. And God just been telling me to do it. And he's been sending me people like you and so many others that have helped me through this journey so far. Like,
you said some key points. You wanted to do it, but you was scared, but you did it anyway, and you had a
Anyway.
plan, and you
Mhm.
stuck with it. Like to reach out to somebody on
Yeah.
Instagram and be able to connect,
Yeah.
and now it actually is happening. That's huge, because how many times do people say, "Okay, I want to do this," but they don't do nothing with it? You actually did it, and it's just you. You did the research, you found the venue, you created all of that. Yes, you got
Yeah.
input from other people, but this is your baby, and to be able
Yeah.
to see that, that's
It's wild.
huge. You should be very proud of yourself,
I honestly am. Thank
because
you though.
a lot of people can't put on something like that. You bringing somebody from out of the states,
Yeah.
like he lives somewhere else and coming here,
Mhm.
bringing something here.
Yeah.
That's pretty dope.
I was like, damn, Skye, you bold.
No, for
Okay.
real, but that just shows you um the level of, what's the word that I'm trying to think of? Because I think the butter's kicking in. I'm just teasing. The level of confidence and just
Mhm.
you showed up for yourself.
Yeah.
And so
And
there is
honestly, that
nothing.
came with me changing my name. So I was Skye Yoga for my whole career. I just changed it last year.
Okay.
When I got my LLC, I changed it to Beyond the Sky. Shout out to Ryan because he helped me with my name.
Nice.
But I was like, how are you gonna change your name to Beyond the Sky and you scared?
I know that's right.
Like, I guess I came here to be this person. I signed
Yes.
up for this.
Yes.
So I'm like,
And so it's just your next event is going to be even better. So now there's nothing that you can't do.
I know.
And you have to always hold on to this moment, because
Mhm.
this is those moments that when we're scared and we do it anyway, and we see it actually happen, and we see people
Yeah.
like standing behind us and supporting us.
It's wild.
It's like, what the fuck?
It feels like a movie a little bit.
It does. Like, even for me, when I came out and stopped doing my show at the radio station and I do it myself, so many other things have opened up.
Right.
Not that that was anything, bye sweetie, not that
See you
that was
later.
anything negative, but it brought me to a point, and sometimes we need to know when it's time to leave.
Yeah.
Because other things that are for us may not happen if we still keep ourselves in the same situation.
Yeah.
And so, because I allow myself, one, to be vulnerable to a whole different thing, like, hell, I'm doing this, like, I'm literally doing this by myself. I could have been doing this, but I wasn't ready. I was scared. But then I was like, when I was gone for 6 weeks and I had a whole week that I had to figure it out, like, this is my baby. I did a whole year and I'm about to let it just shut down. Y'all got me fucked up.
Yeah.
That's not going to happen.
Yeah.
So I was talking with him and I was like, hey, I need some mics. He's sending me, he's texting me mics from Amazon. Like, this has got to keep going. There can't be a break. And I'm now community partner at P30. There's so much is going on, and it's a lot in the works, but there hasn't been, how you have things going on, but nothing is really, there's been no fruit on the trees yet. It's still growing.
Ooh, that's my
And
favorite
so
part.
I have to learn to enjoy that process and not, again, focus on the result. Like, focus on it growing and just watching things fall into play.
Yeah. The journey is beautiful when you relax through it.
Yes, I have to tell myself that all the time.
And then when you think back, like, why was I tripping?
No, for real. Why was I tripping?
How was I tripping?
Right. For what? So yeah, so we're gonna end. So where can they follow you, please?
Snap.
Yeah.
And I forgot to tell, so the tickets are on Eventbrite.
Sorry, we got sidetracked.
I know, right?
I be getting on my tangent. Sometimes I gotta roll with it. This is why I don't have a script, because I let the spirit exactly.
Let spirit speak.
I told y'all she brings you, because you bring that.
Do I?
You do.
That's sweet.
Yes.
I hope I bring that for everybody.
You do. I can tell how people interact with you.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Wow. So yes, Eventbrite. Sorry.
I know. This is about to put it down. Eventbrite. You can look up Mondriel or Beyond the Sky on Facebook and Instagram. I'm on TikTok, but I ain't too fond of all the.
I know my TikTok is. I'm still working on that.
Yeah, it's fun though.
It's
fun on TikTok, trying to put out the videos and stuff. But yeah, those are my socials.
So on Eventbrite, what is it titled for them to go?
Sunday Service Sound Healing with Mondriel. I think if you put in Indianapolis and Mondriel, it should pop up.
Okay.
The Sunday Service should definitely.
And if y'all aren't able to come, you can still donate. buy a
Yes,
ticket. Even buy a
absolutely.
ticket to give it away. Still, please support her because she
Yes.
deserves this.
This is really, man, it's been so fun planning it weirdly.
Yeah.
Like, I guess that's a good thing, but I'm like, I just
I'm excited to see who
the
else you about to
level
bring.
of this is like so major, and I'm just coasting. Like, what?
It hasn't hit you yet. When
It
he's
has
here,
not
you're gonna
hit
be
me.
like, damn, I did that. What the
It
fuck?
probably ain't gonna hit me till October.
Right. Because when is it? September what?
17th,
September 17th.
12 p.m. to 3.
And where's it gonna be at?
P30.
P30. Because
Shout
P30
out
just
to P30. Shout
yeah.
out to BU Wellness too for sponsoring some of our events.
Yes.
So they're at the end of the event. They're gonna have they're gonna do a spill on their organization, and they're gonna have free testing.
Nice.
Free HIV and STD testing.
Yes. Get y'all
after
results.
the event. Yes.
Because that's the new thing now. If I'm about to mess with you, oh, I need your results.
Yep. Oh damn.
Girl, no. I had this dude.
I thought you were saying I need to get you tested.
No, I literally had this dude do that to me. And I swear to God, that probably was the biggest turn on. I don't know why. Like he literally sent me and no questions. I was like, what is this? Glue close. He said, nah, scroll down. And I'm thinking, oh damn. I said, you for real sent me that? He was like, and the day, everything on there. I was like, wow, this is a whole nother level of man.
That is.
That's some confidence right there.
Yeah.
All right, what time you coming over? Now,
I already got my clothes on.
Right. Anyway, sorry, y'all. This is not for kids, but
sorry.
nah, but yeah. So I just adore you. I love that you came. Well, I've been looking forward to having you on the show. So
I've been looking forward to it too.
This has been Melissa, Our Generation with Melissa Shaw, and where we educate, empower, and inspire. And I hope that you got something from this show. And of course, if you want to sponsor me, please let me know. Even if you don't have a business, you can still send some love so I can keep this thing going. And I was going to stand up and shut it off, but I'm not because I have my little clicker. And we are out. Why should not shut off? Is it not shutting off? It's not shutting off. Can my cameraman shut it off? Damn it, it's not shutting off.
I love bloopers.
I always say, can you shut it off? You're going to make me stay.